Thank you very much. Seema Malhotra.
Thank you, Chair. Secretary of State, you said that the government had not undertaken any economic assessment of the impact of no deal since the referendum. But can I ask if you're aware of the economic forecast in relation to Brexit?
Again,
Are you aware of the economic forecasts in relation to Brexit as well in the OBR's document published this week?
Well, the OBR makes its forecast, and there are some, but there are more than just Brexit involved in that. Obviously, I mean the growth pattern was higher for this year, as you will see. Then dips a little and then recovers again in 2021 to 2% again. So it's, but that's not just Brexit. That's many things. So, and indeed, even the funding arrangements are very often the shifts between years rather than secular changes.
Right. So you will be aware and have read that in relation to assumptions underpinning what could happen in relation to Brexit, consistent with a range of possible outcomes they describe. They say the negotiation of new trading arrangements with the EU and others slows the pace of import and export growth for the next 10 years.
That's their assumption.
Yeah. And do you agree with that assumption? They say they've calibrated this on the basis of a range of external studies of different trade regimes.
Yeah. Well, they're just picking averages. Look, I said at the beginning that economic models are only as good as the assumptions put into them. They're also only as good as the mechanics within them. And you will have seen, I forgot which governor, one of the deputy governors, referred to modelling's Michael Fish moment.
I do understand that, Secretary. It's quite a simple question.
I don't worry myself about mathematical models that are very rarely accurate.
So would you say that you think that their forecast based on external studies of different trade regimes and the assertion that this could slow the pace of import and export growth for the next 10 years, would you agree with that assumption being the best possible?
They are required by law to do those forecasts. They're required, and they've taken the sort of outside views on it. I take the view that most of the forecasts made about Brexit have been, most, if not all.
Sorry, Secretary.
I'm answering your question. I'm answering your question, frankly, in the way I want to answer.
Would you agree, or would you say you disagree with their forecast?
I'm not going to sit here as a member of government and disagree with one or other forecast. I'm going to say to you, forecasts have their limits. That's the answer.
Okay. Could I just ask one final small question then? You raised a whole set of possible consequences of no deal, and indeed there could be different outcomes from Brexit. But if there is a situation, for example, with no deal, whereby the UK has to take on certain extra functions, whether it's border checks or regulatory equivalence functions, could you foresee there being a potentially short-term, a few years, cost to the state? And would you see, have you undertaken any assessment at this stage of what those extra roles could be that we would have to take on? Would you then see that being funded through cuts in public spending or in increasing taxes? Because obviously the budget forecast is taking us all the way to 2021.
As I said to the Chairman at the beginning, the way you approach these things is you assess what is necessary first, you decide what organisationally you have to do, and then you determine what the costs will be. That'll be the sequence. The first stage of that is already underway in every single Department of State. The next phase, of course, will be costing and working out some of it, which we have to do anyway. Against that, you also have to work on the premise that there will be changes to the underlying economy. The point of the Brexit strategy is to make the most of those underlying changes. The free trade with the rest of the world, which is not assessed in OBR as far as I can see, and there will be benefits from that. So at the end of the day, we'll no doubt have an idea of what the benefits and costs and what the net position is. I suspect the net is going to be positive.
Okay.